A reading from the book of the prophet Ezekiel. Thus says the Lord God, I myself will look after and tend my sheep, as a shepherd tends his flock when he finds himself among his scattered sheep. So will I tend my sheep. I will rescue them from every place where they were scattered, when it was cloudy and dark. I myself will pasture my sheep. I myself will give them rest, says the Lord God. The lost I will seek out. The strayed I will bring back. The injured I will bind up. The sick I will heal. But the sleek and the strong I will destroy, shepherding them rightly. As for you, my sheep, says the Lord God, I will judge between one sheep and another, between rams and goats. The word of the Lord.
Our first reading on this solemnity of Christ the King comes from the prophet Ezekiel. Who is Jesus, our King? What kingdom does he propose to us? And how do we become part of his kingdom? These are the crucial questions that this last Sunday in Ordinary Time poses to us. And the readings guide us into a deeper appreciation of the kingship of Christ and the kingdom to which he has invited us to belong. In the first reading from Ezekiel, we find the king presented as a shepherd king. And this radically changes our understanding of the king and kingship. For what type of shepherd is God according to the prophet Ezekiel? He is a shepherd who tends his sheep personally. I will shepherd my sheep. This is a shepherd king who will not hire other people to do his responsibility for the sheep. This is a shepherd that is hands-on, as it were. This is a shepherd who will personally perform his task on behalf of the sheep. Now, tending the sheep, that involves, according to the prophet Ezekiel, rescuing them from every place where they were scattered when it was cloudy and dark. Tending the sheep means gathering them as an act of protection when the clouds and darkness set in. Figures of sinfulness, of danger that could scatter the sheep. Tending the sheep also means giving them rest, seeking out the lost, bringing back the strayed, binding up the injured, healing the sick, shepherding them rightly. Now, when we look at this, the king who is shepherd is loving and tender. Not a king that is associated with force, with domination, with a certain sense of pride and separation from the sheep. We know how in real life authority can be an excuse for people to have hearts that are hardened. Authority can lead to aloofness, to insensitivity. But our King, who is shepherd, loves tenderly and has a special spot in his heart for the lost, the injured, the strayed. And he has foresight. Whenever danger looms ahead, then he is there to guide them, to protect them, to gather them so that darkness will not scatter them. Oh, what a wonderful King Shepherd. We see love. Love is the reign of the shepherd. Love is the key word that makes the sheep one. And that seems to be the rule in this kingship of the Good Shepherd. But at the same time, according to Ezekiel, this shepherd acts as a judge. For the shepherd will separate the good ones from the evil ones. He will separate the rams from the goats. And the strong sheep he will destroy. Those who do not need his guidance. Those who want to leave the rest of the flock. Those who decide to escape from the flock. Then this shepherd will judge. Now, many of us will probably ask, if he is loving and tender, how come he will judge? Well, love is just. And love has a way of judging out of love. And that's what we want to discover as we continue our reflections on the readings. Our King is a loving, tender shepherd whose love puts us to judgment.